We're gonna do the oil change on the KLX 300R. This is a 2021 model. So you're gonna need a 14 millimeter to get the drain plug out and an 8 millimeter to access the filter from right here on the side. And you'll need a torque wrench for the drain plug. You put it back in. It's 15 pounds a square inch for that. And other than that, we'll get started. Okay, and so just reach up right through your ricochet rock guard, which again is one of the reasons we bought these ones. You don't have to screw around and take it off every time for an oil change or anything. And just give her a little love. And try not to drop it down inside of there in the oil if you can, because it makes a hell of a mess. So I just break it loose with that and then hold it with my extension and spin her down right out of there. Alright guys, to access your filter, it's right underneath here. So these are 8 millimeter bolts. I usually use anything real small like this. Obviously use a 1/4 inch drive so you don't have too much horsepower. And I just try to clean up the outside of it a little bit, get the dust and debris off it so nothing inadvertently goes inside of there when I take it apart. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it should be pretty good. I just try to crack them both loose when I'm tightening them or taking them loose. These pretty much you want to go even on the soft aluminum parts. All right, so then just get these screws all the way loose. Put them somewhere where you won't lose them and pop this baby off of there. And it's pretty good seal. It's got a little O-ring in it, and pull it straight out. Should have your oil pan underneath a little better than I did. Okay, so as it comes out, you guys want to be really careful. Reach inside of there and grab this little spring because you're going to need it. Okay, go ahead and put that with your screws or something. And note you have the rubber O-ring, goes right on here. Okay, so we're going to set that down. I'll get rid of this nasty filter and then we'll come back for the rest of it. Okay, so for reassembly, you want to make sure that this piece on the outside cover goes into the rubber O-ring. Okay, so it's going to like this when you're all done. Then this spring, you're going to want to get, it's pretty tough to get, guys, so you're going to probably have to get that to stay on there somehow, which I've found. A little grease on there will hold it in place. Then you got to line these holes up here as close as you can. So we got one at the top, right there. You can usually tell if that spring falls off. So usually what I try to do is get it close and push it in. So you can see the spring's still working, it's doing its job, so I know it's in place. So then just put these 8 millimeter bolts back in there, finger tight initially, and cinch them down with your 1/4 inch drive. Now, these I couldn't find a torque spec on, guys, so it's all soft aluminum. And so again, I didn't put a lot of horsepower on them. You can get pretty firm. Okay, and that's okay. Good. All right, so guys, we got the filter assembly all put back together. Now we're just gonna put the drain plug back in. You can just kind of feel up in there. Finger start it so you don't cross thread it no matter what. I'll just double check it. Yep, it's all good in there. So crank her up. Now remember, this one here is just 15 pounds per square inch again. There you go. I just gotta add the oil and we're set. Okay, so with the filter change, the book says 1.2 quarts. So we're gonna go ahead and put barely over 1 in, then we'll check everything after we run it for a while. Kind of see where we're at. Right, and so when you're done filling it in with your 1.2 quarts, this is the window. So you have to push the brake pedal down a little bit and look through there. But when your bike is on a kickstand, it's not going to show accurately. So you need to have it standing straight up. So get a buddy or something, or you can kind of see from here even. And then if you hold the brake pedal down and just stand the bike up, you can see, if you bend over, you can see really where you're at.